Hey folks, Rob here. And yeah, I guess if you just watched my last video, we installed the Pinty 1x25 red dot on the Savage 62. And now we're going to do a Ruger. This is just my standard Ruger that I bought here about a year ago. And but we're going to put a mount on this and put a Picatinny rail base on it. And to do that, you have 4 little plugs here in your receiver, and you know, make sure you get you a decent fitting screwdriver. This one happens to work pretty good, and you'll want to keep a hold of these little filler studs in case you ever want to, you know, if you ever want to take your scope off. And nothing looks worse than a gun that's, you know, they've lost the little plugs in the top of the gun. It's just aesthetically it's not as pleasing. So, but just be careful and don't scratch your finish or mar it up or strip your screws. That little screw seems like it's going to be tighter. Now these look like they have finish over them, so these are actually have finish. So I don't know, these may not come out as, actually have to break a little bit of the finish to get it out. So in other words, the screws put in, and then whatever this epoxy that they use on the top of these receivers is put on after the fact. If you can see that hole right there, I don't know if you can see that, but the finish is actually kind of into the, over the screw head. So just be careful removing them. Try not to booger them up. Those all came out pretty nice, and I will save those somewhere, but that more than likely I'll lose because that's just the way I am. So we got the UTG tactical mount. These were like $7 on Amazon. So this is what we're going to use to mount our red dots on our 1022. Now this rifle did come with a rail, a scope base, but for the life of me, I lost it and I don't know where in the heck I put it. It's put up somewhere. I'll probably put these little plug screws with it, you know. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I can't find it. So, and I've looked high and low and everywhere I could think. So in here you have your base, and it's going to fit one way. You got these 2 screws here are a little farther apart than the front 2, so it's only going to go on one way. And at some point I may Loctite these, but we're just going to get them started here. I want to get them started through the base and into the top of the receiver. Now make sure you don't cross thread these. Take your time. Don't over tighten any of them until you get them all started. Just take your time and don't strip the threads on the top of your receiver, because this receiver is aluminum. So that's the last thing you want to do, is strip out your aluminum receiver with a steel screw. So, and like I said, I may come back at some point and Loctite this if it coming loose becomes a problem, or working loose. I could do it right now just as a preventive maintenance, or preventive measure, but I'm gonna try it like this. And if I have to take it off and Loctite it, that just gives me something to do later on. So anyway, so you put your 4 screws in the top, and that's pretty well it. You've converted the top of your 1022 to a Picatinny rail. So let's get these snug down. Let me get a little bit bigger screwdriver for that. That's just slightly bigger. If I can find one. This one might be too big. No, that'll work. So got a little bit bigger screwdriver. Of course, you want to be careful with using a bigger screwdriver. You'll put more torque. And I'm not going to overly tighten these. I'm just going to get them good and snug. And watch about that. About spinning out on it. So just good and snug. Like I said, I can always come back and Loctite them. We don't want to over tighten it to the point where the screws could protrude through into the receiver and cause your bolt not to work. And we still work fine. We're mounted on there good and solid. So now we're going to take our reflex sight, and we're going to take our Allen wrench that came with it and loosen that up. We want to loosen it up enough to be able to put it over this rail. Guys, I'm pretty impressed with the build quality of this little reflex sight. It may be crap, but it feels solid. It feels like it would be a good unit. And like I said, these are going on 22 rifles, so you know it's not heavy recoiling. There shouldn't be too much stress on the mount. It's a 22. You know, probably the biggest impact it might ever get is if you leaned it up against something and maybe it fell over, or you know, or got bumped in putting it in and out of the safe, or you know, something of that nature. But for the most part, there's not enough stress on these to warrant needing something bigger and more substantial. Okay, so that's on there good and tight, and basically, guys, that's it. That is the Ruger 1022 with the new Pinty reflex sight. This thing's pretty sweet. Let's see if I can get you a look at how it will point here. So to turn it on, you have your knob here, and this one does do red and green. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but you have a green section, and it varies. Doesn't have it has a positive off and on, but as you rotate it, it goes from gradual to more. So it's kind of you can intensify your beam, and it's on green right now. Now see, I like this one better. I can get my cheek down lower on the rifle. The other one set it up a little high. Let's go to red dot. So there's the red, and that's just the dot. So yeah, and let's see if we can get you a shot of this. That may be really hard to do. Let's turn the intensity up. Or did I turn it off? Yeah. Yeah, there's the intensity up. Let's try different. This has 4 different settings. That is the circle dot. Yeah, I think you can see that. So that's the circle dot. And then you have the dot with the crosshairs. If I can find it for you, there it is. If I can get it over here against this black, maybe you can see it better. So there's the dot with crosshairs. And then you have the circle dot with the little crosshair. It's kind of a combination of all. There it is. And it goes from red to green, so you can change it from red to green. This is yeah, I like this. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. This is the way to go, or at least in my opinion. Now the other one would probably be better on like an AR-15 or something of that nature. But anyway, guys, there is the Ruger 1022 with the UTG tactical mount, and I'm crooked there because I got my tripod setting up on my rifle stuff. The UTG tactical mount, and the Pinty reflex sight. I think I had a coupon code for these. These were about 25 bucks on Amazon. And like I said, don't forget, if you need something like this, check out Tools and Targets. He has a affiliate code to his Amazon affiliate link, and if you purchase it through his link, it doesn't cost you any more, doesn't cost you a dime more, but it does help his channel. So you know, anytime we can help a fellow YouTuber out, we should do it. You know, the gun community is a good community, full of great people. And another mention, do not forget Tim Miller at Treetop Outdoors is having a giveaway. So, and I think it's got just a few days left. I'm not sure on the timeline, but definitely go over to Treetop Outdoors and Tim Miller. And in all these videos I produced today, I'll put a link to that contest page. And I do know Tools and Targets doing a giveaway tonight. I think the entry for that's done over, and of course you have to be on his online chat to be able to win. Unfortunately, I have to work, so. But anyway, great guy. Got a lot of good prizes to give away. If you can, I suggest you go over and check out his channel. Boomstick 779, Hillbilly Musing, Dragon Rider 365, Mark Thomas. Big shout out to Mark Thomas at Thomas Leatherworks. If you haven't seen some of his work, please check it out. Matter of fact, I got a video coming up here and just next that going to feature some of his stuff. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Pretty simple process to put these on your 1022, and we'll be sighting these in after a while and see if it helps my old decrepit eyes be able to actually hit what I'm shooting at. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Until the next video, we'll see you later.